Welcome back to the channel, everybody. We are Tyler, Molly, and Moose here. He's cuddled up in his blanket. But today we're going to talk about the 4 best national parks that you can take your dog to. And if you stick around to the end, you'll see a bonus one as well.
Definitely double check on the All Trails app or on the All Trails website to make sure the regulations are still the same and your furry friend can join. The first national park on today's list is Congaree National Park down in the middle of South Carolina. It is gorgeous there. There's boardwalks, there's paved paths, and bridges that you can take your furry friend on through the entire park.
It's really awesome. We don't remember what the trees are called. I'm pretty sure they're called champion trees, but it's formed around like that's the only place you can find them in the entire US, which is pretty crazy.
It's like a swampy forest and the trees are huge.
Yeah, we have a clip of Molly, I think, describing what's going on, and if I can find it, I'll put it in right now. So we're gonna stop here. We're doing the boardwalk loop. It's just a quick little loop trail. We just basically get to walk on a boardwalk through all these trees. They're really well known for their, I think they're called champion trees.
Okay, and then another really cool fact is this forest has been here forever, and it actually was never protected until 1976 when it became a national monument thanks to a guy named Harry Hampton, and then in 2003 it actually became a national park. So that's really cool. And along the path, you can learn all about the different trees, why the swamp is there, the different wildlife, and it's just a really fun educational area.
Yeah, and what's really nice is unlike the swamps in Florida, you don't have to worry about a gator coming out and snatching your dog as you walk around, which is very helpful. Sometimes
the paths are flooded over, so make sure you're watching the regulations and the closures, but it's a really good place to visit.
Yeah. Next on the list is Shenandoah National Park. So this has hundreds of miles of trails and things like that, and almost all of them are accessible for dogs, which is very helpful. And it actually is very special to us because it was actually our very first summit hike together at Hawksbill Gap. So we went there and summited them out. I think the height was like 4,000.
4,000 or 5,000.
Yeah, something like that. Nothing crazy. But we hiked up it together in the winter, which was...
It was very icy and scary.
It was treacherous.
So we are now descending the mountain. It feels like we're running down it because we are slipping.
But it was awesome. We definitely recommend that hike alone. But also Shenandoah itself has so many hikes you can take your dog with you. And it is so fun to have your furry friend by your side and getting them a workout in so they'll be able to sleep better later.
The third national park on our list is Mammoth Cave National Park down in the middle of Kentucky. This place is so cool. It was our very first national park and oh my gosh. So we thought that this national park was only a cave and there wasn't anything else. So we're like, of course Moose can't go. Well, after doing research, we found out all of the trails there above ground are dog friendly. The only thing your furry friend can't go to is in the cave itself. But there's so much to see outside. Yeah, they have like a river running right by the national park. It's a green river. So
yeah. So you get to like walk up and like see it from like, they have overlooks all over the place and just a ton of trails. We saw deer while we were there. That was really cool as well.
And there's a bunch of different like cave openings that you can go and look down on from a platform. Yeah. That's really cool.
Yeah, that was really awesome. But Moose loved Mammoth Cave so much. Like we said, it was his first national park and it was really like his first big outing. So he was sniffing and running everywhere. He was having a great time there. Our last national park before the bonus is the Great Sand Dunes National Park in Colorado. It is a very awesome place. If you do go, beware, there is a river that runs in front of all the dunes. So bring either like Chacos or like even Crocs, something that will be able to get wet and not make your hiking experience miserable.
We had a little doozy there.
Yeah, Molly's feet got absolutely soaked while I was wearing my Chacos, so I wasn't bothered.
Here we go.
Oh, that water's cold.
The water was like halfway up my shins in the little river we had to cross. It was freezing temperatures, so we didn't go very far.
Yeah, so beware of that. But it is a really awesome place to take your dog. Even though you might not think, they have a ton of dog-friendly areas. They have specific areas in the park that you can't take your dog to, but they have like the High Dune Trail, which will take you to the highest dune in North America. That is dog-friendly, so you can take your furry friend with you to experience that awesome place. So that was a really cool place to go. Take your dogs. We're gonna go back and try and redeem ourselves. That was gonna be our trail. But yeah, so definitely check out the Great Sand Dunes National Park.
And Moose really loved the sand because he thought he was on the beach, so that's another perk.
He was running everywhere. That was funny. Moose Man here is pumped, as you can tell. He's at the end of the leash, which doesn't happen very often. But he thinks we're at the beach, so he thinks he's gonna get to go play in the water.
Moosey! Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness, get going.
We are finally at the bonus. The bonus national park is Zion National Park. You might be really surprised. We were, and we wanted to add it because of that. This is one of our favorite dog-friendly hikes in national parks.
And one of our favorite just national parks.
Yes. So the Parouse Trail is, I think I'm saying that right?
It's like Parouse
Trail.
Something like that.
It is the only dog-friendly park or trail in the park, and I think it's 3 miles that you can go on.
Like 3.5, something like that.
And you get to walk in the valley of all of the mountains in Zion. It is breathtaking.
Yeah.
And like we were looking up the whole time. It's perfect for pictures with your dog. It is an amazing and simple, easy trail.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you have a black dog, especially like we have with Moose, they look so good with the red rocks behind. Like Moose just stuck out. We have such a hard time photographing him, and so it was so fun to finally have good pictures of him.
Yes.
And that trail is amazing. You start by walking by the campsites, which you might think is like, oh boy, But after you clear that, which is only like maybe, like 1/10 of a mile, the rest of it is just walking through the valley. They have signs that you can like read all about the history of Zion and stuff.
You go on bridges over the river.
Yeah, it is super fun. We definitely recommend taking your dog on that trail if it's not super hot outside.
And it's not very busy, so we went in May, which the temperatures were very moderate. Definitely don't do it if it's gonna be super hot, like Ty said. But when we went in May, it was wonderful. It wasn't busy when we got there in the morning. The buses were packed for like Angel's Landing. All of those.
What's the other?
The Narrows.
The Narrows, yeah.
But we got the trail, I think we saw maybe 5 to 10 people pass us.
Yeah.
And that was it. So that's a huge perk.
Yeah. We hope we gave you guys a little bit of direction on where you can go with your dog in national parks and things like that. We really were not sure because we knew national parks are really flaky on the dog rules. So we hope we gave you guys some directions. And
we've only been to 26. We forgot to tell them. We've only been to 26 national parks, and there's 53, I think.
No,
or
I think
60,
be more than that now.
50 or 60. So these are only some of the dog-friendly ones, but they're our favorite.
Yeah, and we hope that you guys will take your furry friend with you to experience all that our national parks have to offer if they're able to.
Yes, and we are just so thankful that you're here once again. If you're new, thank you so much for watching. Definitely hit that subscribe and like button. It really helps us as creators, and I think we will see you next Tuesday.
Bye, guys.
Bye.